Oh, guys, I just realized you didn't hear anything that I said because I was muted. I'm so sorry. You see, I forgot to unmute. I'm so sorry about that. So what I was saying is welcome to French Action. And today we're going to continue with our practice. Okay, and I have two young ladies today who are from Trinidad and Tobago. Okay, thank you for contacting me. And the questions will be on school and careers and travel, but of course we'll be doing a bit of pronunciation with reading because you'll need to read out loud, and then some situations, and then we'll finish off with the conversation. Okay, is that fine? You're happy with that? Yes? Okay. So, Lara, tu peux te présenter, s'il te plaît? And don't forget to unmute.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Lara, j'ai 16 ans et je vis à Trinité et Tobago.
Ok, merci beaucoup. Faith?
Salut, je m'appelle Faith, j'ai 17 ans et ma couleur favorite est le rose.
Très bien, très bien. I can see a bit of pink at the back. Yes. I just see all these messages. Hello, hello, bonjour, bonjour to everybody. And I'm so sorry, I didn't unmute myself. I'm so sorry. So I hope you can hear me now. Okay. And welcome to the live. And we're going to work together. All right. So, Lara, you're going to start. Is that okay? We're going to start with the pronunciation. So the way we're going to do is you do one word, Faith do the other one, Lara comes back, and so on. Okay? Is that okay? All right. So I'm going to put the pronunciation. Okay. So Lara, you're going to start.
Assez.
Incorrect. Faith, you want to try the first one?
Would it be ACS?
No, it's accès. Accès. So it's like two syllables. So you have the AC and then se. Okay? Accès.
Okay.
All right. Lara, continue, s'il te plaît.
Coûteux.
Coûteux. Okay. Faith, next one.
It ought to be couture.
Couteau. Okay. So be careful here. Coûteux, couteau. Okay? It's very, very different. Okay? So, all right. Let's continue.
Des.
Des. Yes. Des. And the last one, Faith.
Désormais.
Désormais. Okay. Très bien. Let's move to the next slide. Lara.
Les météries.
No, you have to speak with confidence. You can't give me something like that.
Les métiers.
Les métiers.
Les métiers.
Okay, Faith.
Les métiers.
No, the second one.
Oh. Les matières.
Why do you say les? Les, not les. Les. Les.
Les matières.
Les matières. Okay. Lara.
Un examen.
Okay. What is missing in here? Lara? What is missing?
Oh, I'm not sure.
You said un examen. Okay, you have to remember that there's a liaison which is compulsory with UN always. Okay, so you cannot say un examen, it has to be an examen. So the N is going to go with the E to make it flow. Okay, un examen. Okay, Laura? Un examen. Répète, s'il te plaît.
Un examen.
Voilà. Faith?
Les renseignements visibles.
No, visible is different. Okay, les renseignements. Otherwise, I would have put an S there. Les renseignements. Alors, be careful. When you have a consonant and a vowel, you cannot have the Z sound. It has to be a S sound. Okay? All right. Donc, les renseignements. Répète, Faith. Les renseignements.
Les renseignements.
Okay. And Lara, the last one.
Visible.
No. Do you want to try, Faith?
Visible.
Visible.
Okay. Visible.
Visible. Okay. Lara, try that. Visible.
Visible.
Voila. Okay. That's why it is there, is because most students say visible, something like that. Remember, if it sounds too English, if we have the same words in both languages and it sounds too English, it's not French. All right. So visible. Okay. Let's try this one. Lara?
Le moyen.
Not quite. Faith?
Le moyen.
Le moyen, correct. Okay, which means the means. Okay, le moyen. Okay. Faith for the next one.
La moyenne.
Not quite. Lara?
La moyenne.
La moyenne. Yes. Okay. So be careful. Le moyen is the means. La moyenne is the average. Okay. And it's got a different gender as well. La moyenne. So if you have the two ends, we need to hear it. Okay. Lara?
Qui que ce soit.
Okay, that's good. Qui que ce soit. Okay. Faith?
Quelconque.
Oh no. No. Lara?
Quelconque.
Yes, it's quelconque. You can't say que, Faith, because there's no accent. There's no ER. There's no EZ. Okay, so it has to be quelconque. Okay? All right. And the last one? Faith, the last one?
Peut-être.
That's my trap. It's peut-être.
Okay.
Peut-être. Maybe. Peut-être. Which means maybe you need to have a compulsory liaison because it's part of the word. Okay? All right? And our last slide for the pronunciation, and then we go into a text. Lara?
Rarement.
No. Faith?
Vraiment.
Not really. Okay, Lara, why do you say rare? What's the first letter of the alphabet?
A.
No, it's not A. The first letter of the French alphabet is
A.
A. But you say Ray. So.
Rarement.
Répète, s'il te plaît.
Rarement.
Not quite. Faith.
Rarement.
Très bien. Rarement. Rarely. Okay. Rarement. Okay, Faith, for the next one.
Fréquemment.
Not quite. Lara?
Fréquemment.
Fréquemment. Alors, here is the same issue we have with femme, which is woman, okay? We have F-E-M-M-E. We don't say femme, we say femme, like an A. It's the same here, fréquemment, okay? An irregularity here. The next one. Yes, Laura?
Vraisemblablement.
Vraisemblablement, yeah, okay. Faith?
Still.
Still, and not style. I hear all the time style is still, okay? Lara, the next one?
Type.
Type, très bien, okay. And the last word? Faith?
Tan.
Tin.
Tan.
Tin. Tin. No, the N is part of the sound, E-I-N. Tin. Okay? All right, so this text is for one of you, whoever wants to do it. So I guess Lara wants to start. So I give you 2 little minutes to read for yourself, okay?
Okay.
Ok, Lara? Ça va? Ok.
Le voisin d'en dessous avait trouvé un moyen de reprendre le mur de son appartement à bas prix. En effet, il avait acheté des planches à prix réduit. Il avait aussi embauché un jeune qui serait de l'école. Quand on ne s'y connaît pas, ce type de travail devient plus difficile, mais moins coûteux.
Okay, Lara, merci. Faith, do you want to try that? I just want to see if you both make the same mistakes or
Oui. Okay. Now or
the same text.
same thing? Okay. Le voisin d'en dessous avait trouvé un moyen de reprendre le mur de son appartement à baisse prix. En fait, il avait acheté de la peinture à prix réduit. Il avait aussi embauché un jeune qui sortait de l'école. Quand on ne se connaît pas, ce type de travail devient plus difficile, mais moins coûteux.
Okay. All right. So more or less you made the same mistakes. Okay. All right. Remember what I've been saying all the time. An S between two vowels gives you what sound? No. Z. Voisin and not voisin. OK? Donc, le voisin. OK? Donc, le voisin d'en dessous avait trouvé un moyen. Lara, moyen. OK? Moyen de, for both of you, repeindre. OK? Faith, you can't say repeindre. I don't know. You said it like that, something like that. Is repeindre. OK? De repeindre les murs. And then both of you miss this important liaison. It's compulsory. After son, you need to have a liaison. It's compulsory. You have no choice over the matter. So, les murs de son appartement. Okay? So you can't say son appartement. So you see, because son is at the end of your sentence, at the end of the slide, you need to make sure that you read straight away what is there. That's why we give you some time to practice as well. Today, it was only 1 or 2 minutes, but on the day, you're going to have much more time than that. So when you see the son followed by a word starting with a vowel, you know that straight away you'll have to make that liaison. De son appartement. Okay? À bas prix. Both of you said something which is, I don't want to repeat. It's en effet. En effet. The T silent. And here you have a liaison between the N and the E. En effet. OK? Donc, il avait acheté de la peinture à prix Faith, réduit. Réduit. Oui. OK? Il avait aussi Lara, embauché, not embauché. OK? EN or EM is the same sound, is en, not M. Okay? En, beau, why? Because AU gives you the sound O, andché, embauché. Okay? So embaucher un jeune means to hire somebody to work for you, okay? Un jeune, we had that in the last live, jeune, okay? Un jeune qui sortait de l'école. So both of you didn't get it for the quand. It's canton, canton. Do you know this rule? When you have a quand with the D, yes? And you have on next to it, you need, oh, well, I said on, but it could be any word beginning with a vowel. You will have the D changed into a T sound. It's a rule. Did you know that or not? Ah, you need to know that because this canton comes very often in the exam. Quand on ne s'y connaît pas. Okay, the Y here is there. I didn't always hear it. Quand on ne s'y connaît pas, when we don't know anything about it. Okay? It, the Y. Ce type de travail devient plus difficile, mais moins coûteux. Okay, you manage the rest. Okay? So, Lara, can you repeat the neighbor, the word for neighbor, please? The first word.
Le voisin.
No. Faith?
Le voisin.
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 Le voisin. Okay, le voisin. Okay? Now, his apartment. Can you say that for me, Lara? His apartment.
De son appartement.
Faith?
Son appartement.
Très bien. Son appartement. Okay? So you need to link the N with the A. You understand that, Lara? Son appartement. Okay?
Not quite. Can you repeat it, please?
Yes. You know this son? So you need to make a liaison. So you have the N at the end. Okay? So you're going to link the N with the A, and it's going to give you son appartement. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Lara, the EMBAU word. Il avait aussi
embauché.
Très bien, embauché. That's not what you had said before, so that's good. Faith, a young person. Il avait aussi embauché un
Jeune.
Un jeune, très bien. Lara, quand
on
not quite. Faith?
Quand on ne se connaît pas.
Non. Quand on ne s'y connaît pas. Quand on, you need to remember the D changes into T, a T. Quand on ne s'y connaît pas. Okay? All right, let's try the last text. Okay? I'll give you a little minute to read it. Fini?
Oui.
OK.
Oui.
Quelle que soit la destination, les agents de voyage savent le vent. Si connaissance est
Twinkle.
arrivée du temps de temps, vous temps avec des prises à tout casser. Il faut aussi savoir réserver à la bonne période en dehors des vacances scolaires, ce qui n'est pas toujours évident pour les personnes telles que les professions qui ne peuvent voyager que pendant la période la plus chère.
Lara? Merci. Lara?
Quelle que soit la destination, les agences de voyager savent la vendre. Elles s'y connaissent et arrivent de temps en temps à vous tenter avec des prix à tout casser. Il faut aussi savoir réserver à la bonne période en dehors des vacances scolaires, ce qui n'est pas toujours évident pour les personnes telles que les professeurs qui ne peuvent voyager que pendant les périodes les plus chères.
Okay. All right. Okay. We're going to talk a little bit more about something here. Quelle que soit la destination, okay, that was okay. Why did you stop after les? And I'm talking to to both of you. You did both. Why did you stop after les?
Well, for me personally, I think I was thinking a lot about like the pronunciation.
Of the next word.
Yeah.
All right. Now we have a little problem because when you do that, it means that you cannot make the liaison because you've already stopped. And remember, les, les, the liaison is compulsory. Okay? So you have to say les agences and not les agences de voyage. Les agences de voyage. Okay? Les agences de voyage. And it has to run in one nice go. Okay? And then you have the ENT. ENT, we talked about it before. When the ENT is used or is part of the verb, which is the plural form of the verb, what happens to that ENT, ladies? It is silent. So you can't say savant. You have to say save, and you stop at the V because ENT is silent. And it's the same for connaisse. You can't say connaissant. You have to stop at the S. Connaisse, arrive. And that's why it's there, actually. These were my traps because every year we hear the same thing. All right? Okay. So, quelle que soit la destination, les agences de voyage savent la vendre. Elles s'y connaissent et arrivent, not arrivant, et arrivent, and Faith, de temps en temps, Okay, the P is silent, the S is silent. Okay, but we're going to have a liaison between the S and the E. So de temps en temps. De temps en temps. And this expression comes very often as well because it's always mispronounced. Okay? Bien. Both of you actually pronounced the H of dehors. Okay? Dehors the H is silent. Okay? En dehors, not en dehors. No, en dehors des vacances scolaires. Okay? And the next one, qui ne peuvent voyager que pendant les périodes les plus chères. All right? So ladies, you will have to do some practice on this, okay? Because the ENT, and even if you have ENT at the end of the imperfect, which is something they use very often in the exam, you have to remember that it's silent, okay? So you can't pronounce it. All right, so let's move now to the situations, okay? So you see an old lady struggling with a heavy bag, sorry. What do you say to her? And what do you say when she thanks you? All right? So, and that is for you as well. For those who are in the audience, I want to see your answers. Okay, even though you can't speak, but at least you can write. Okay, so what do you say to her for A? And for B, what do you say when she thanks you? Okay. So if you're not sure about the answers for the audience, it's better to put it so that we can see. Okay. I'm seeing that somebody's saying that the audio is low. Is my audio low for real? Or is it just one person? All right, so Lara, you must have thought of something.
Okay.
What would you say for un A? You're not writing it, I hope, because remember, in the exam, no. Okay.
Puis-je vous aider?
Puis-je vous aider? Is that what you're saying? Puis-je vous aider? Okay, Faith, you said the same thing?
I said, avez-vous besoin d'aider avec votre sac?
Okay. All right. So, so let's go for Lara. She said, puis-je vous aider? This is what Lara is saying, right? Lara, you tell me if it's correct. I put it in the chat. Puis-je vous aider? That's what you mean, Lara?
Oui.
Okay. All right. And Faith, you're saying, sorry, can you repeat?
Avez-vous
Oh, okay. Avez-vous, yes.
Yeah.
I don't remember how. Avez-vous? I think that's what you mean. Do you agree? Is it this you mean?
Oui.
Okay, both of them is correct. Now, in the audience, I've seen that somebody said, let me go back. Laisse-moi t'aider, for example. You couldn't say that, Latavier, because it's an old lady. You don't know her, so you have to use vous. Okay? And this one is interesting because you have to think of two things. One, the laisser. So there's two mistakes in here. Laissez-moi, and then vous aider. Okay? Laissez-moi vous aider. And it's the same, Latoya. You can't say, puis-je aider toi avec ton sac? No. Puis-je vous aider? It's the same. It's the same thing each time. It's the vous. And 11. Voudrez-vous de l'aide? This is how you should have written it. Voudriez-vous de l'aide? Yes, I suppose you could say that. Okay. Est-ce que vous m'aidez, madame? Tamara? Est-ce que vous m'aidez, madame? No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work at all because est-ce que vous m'aidez? This will be the lady who would say, could ask that, and which is not what we mean. Okay? All right. Janelle said, excusez-moi, madame, vous voudrez aider. No, that doesn't work. Excusez-moi, madame. I like the excusez-moi, madame. Vous voudrez aider avec ton sac. That doesn't work at all. I'm not too sure what you're saying here. Okay. So this is my version. Oh, sorry. Before I give you my version, what do you say when she thanks you, Lara?
Il n'est pas de problème.
Il n'est pas de problème. The French don't say that. Faith?
De rien, mademoiselle.
You can't say mademoiselle to the old lady.
Well, de rien.
So what would you say if it's not mademoiselle?
Like no title at all. Just de rien.
No, you can't say mademoiselle to an old lady. That doesn't work.
Okay.
So, mademoiselle, you can't say mademoiselle, but you can say Faith.
You can say
Madame.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. So, je vous en prie, Latavier, I agree with that. Bienvenue doesn't work at all. Bienvenue means you're welcome, meaning welcome to your country. It has nothing to do with thanking somebody, okay? So that is... So, Chris and Fleming, de rien, madame, that goes. Okay, pas de problème, madame. No, the French don't really say that. This is very Caribbean when we say no problem. No, the French don't say that. C'est pas grave, madame. Okay, for me, I would say, for the second one, je vous en prie, madame. That is what I would say. Alors, puis-je vous aider avec votre sac? Est-ce que je peux porter votre sac? Can I carry your bag? Something like that. Or, puis-je vous aider? If you're not sure about the rest, at least that is fine. And je vous en prie, madame. Okay? And don't forget, madame. All right? And not mademoiselle, even if she's not married. But no lady will always be called madame. All right? Okay, numéro 2. Your French teacher is going on retirement. What do you say to him or to her? Or what promise does he or she make? So, Okay, finish, Faith. It looks
Oui.
like she disappeared.
Ooh.
All right, so your French teacher is going on retirement. 2A, what would you say?
Bonne retraite.
Bonne
Merci,
retraite. Okay.
merci pour tout ce que vous m'avez appris. Après?
Okay, très bien. That is good. Okay. Mhm. Okay. And 2B?
Oui. De rien.
De rien. Why de rien? What promise does he make? Why de rien? I don't understand de rien there.
Like I was referring to like starting with saying you're welcome from A. Like continue it or like how I said
No,
thank
de
you.
rien would be welcome after the thank you. There's no thank you there.
Okay. So could you say not sure. Not sure.
Oh no, you have to come up with something. Remember, it's the exam. You can't, you have to say something. Yeah.
Could you say j'ai promis de rester en contact avec toi?
Okay, not avec toi, avec.
Can I say avec it won't be
You're
toi?
so close. Avec.
Ta?
No, Faith. Remember, you know, because I see also quite, you know, people here putting ton, te. No, with French teachers, it's always vous. Always vous. Okay? All right. Donc, contact avec vous. Okay?
Oui.
All right. Yes, it has to be vous. Okay? It looks like you're not used to this one. But bonne retraite is probably the best. Bonne retraite, like somebody put here, bonne retraite here, I think. Bonne retraite, madame. Yeah. Otherwise, I don't see answers. And Christine Fleming, je serai appelé plus tard. I don't know what that means, what you're trying to say. That doesn't make any sense. Are you saying I will be calling you? But if it's that, then it's incorrect. You can't have will be, okay? You'll have to put the future of appelé. All right, so this is what I put. Alors, félicitations pour votre carrière, mais vous allez nous manquer. But you are going to, vous allez nous manquer. We are going to miss you. Okay? But you don't have to say all this. Bonne retraite was fine. Je vous promets, so because of the promise, I put je vous promets de passer vous voir l'année prochaine. I promise to come and see you next year. Something like that. Okay? So it would have been nice to have je vous promets de. What promise does he or she make? Je vous promets de, and then whatever verb you decide to go for. Okay? All right. Okay, next one. So she's not back. Lara is not back, is she? I'm not seeing her. Okay. You are staying in a hotel with a noisy conditioning unit. A, what do you say to the receptionist? B, what is your response when she says that it cannot be fixed until the next day? All right. Okay, Latavia, le assez est trop bruit. You cannot say that. Okay. Finished?
Oui.
Okay.
Excusez-moi, la climatisation dans ma chambre est très bruyante.
Okay. Climatisation for the pronunciation. Okay.
Oui.
Okay. Et 3B?
Serait-il possible de changer de chambre?
Okay. Très bien. Okay. I like that. Okay. Le climatiseur est bruyant. Céline is good. Le climatiseur, but bruyant is spelled like this. Okay. Even though it's the same sound, but it's not the right spelling. Okay. So le climatiseur, for those who didn't know the word, you need to learn it today. Okay. So this is what I put. Excusez-moi, madame, je n'arrive pas à dormir. Le climatiseur est bruyant. Okay. Je n'arrive pas à dormir. I cannot sleep. Le climatiseur est bruyant. Okay. And for the second response, just like you, Faith, j'aimerais avoir une autre chambre, s'il vous plaît. I would like to have another room. But I like the fact that you say changer de chambre. That is fine. Okay. So we've got some good answers. La climatisation dans ma chambre ne fonctionne pas. Elle est bruyante. Don't forget your E, Thomas. Elle est bruyante and with an E because you put la climatisation. Okay. Alors, what is the word for because of? It's not parce que de. Because of is Faith. What is it? Because of.
It wouldn't be parce que de?
No, that's exactly what I'm saying. À cause de. À cause de is because of. Okay.
Oui.
All right. So because of, à cause de. Okay. Because is parce que. Okay. So Janelle, you would say à cause du bruit. If you put du, is because à cause du bruit. And don't forget your a as well. Okay. All right. Next one. You work as a tour guide and you meet some visitors at the airport. A, what do you say to them? And B, what do you say when asked when they can visit? So I'm giving you some time for that. And just to respond to a question, the pronunciation is climatiseur. Climatiseur. And it's masculine. So be careful. La climatisation, but le climatiseur. Okay. So Faith, you finished? Fini? Yes. Okay. So what do you put? What did you put for 4A?
Could you say? I have a question. If you would like to say your name, are you allowed to say your actual name, or do you use another name in terms of order?
No, you can say your name if you want. It's an oral. We have the name of all the students in front of us. That's not a problem.
Okay. You say, so, je m'appelle Faith. Je suis votre guide touristique.
Votre guide. Votre guide, not votre guide. Votre guide. Votre guide. Okay. Okay. All right. Most people put bonjour et bienvenue, mesdames et messieurs. Okay. Bienvenue, je suis votre guide. Fine. That is fine. And it's good to see that everybody put bienvenue with an E. That's very good. For B, what do you say when asked when they can visit?
Vous pouvez visiter à tout moment.
Vous pouvez visiter à tout moment. OK, d'accord. OK, why not? OK. Janelle, bonjour et bienvenue. Comment puis-je aider? I don't understand that. Why would you say that? Because you work as a tour guide and you meet some you're okay, I see. Maybe because you're saying okay, all right, yes, that could work. Comment puis-je vous aider? Comment puis-je vous aider? Okay, comment puis-je aider? No, comment puis-je vous aider? All right. Okay, so this is what alors you said as well, vous pouvez visiter not à la week-end. Vous pouvez visiter pendant le week-end, okay, mais pas à la. And weekend is masculine, by the way. Okay, so this is what I've written. Messieurs, dames, bienvenue, je suis votre guide. Just as you said, right? And what do you say when asked when they can visit? Une visite est prévue dans 3 heures. Nous allons d'abord à l'hôtel. So, a visit is scheduled in 3 hours. We first go to the hotel. Something like that. Okay? Ça va?
Oui.
Ça va, Faith? You're not under pressure? You're the only one? Welcome back.
Sorry about
What happened?
My Wi-Fi dropped.
Oh, yeah, that's always the problem with lives, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to give a break to Faith, and Lara, you're going to work. All right? So your friend is limping and you want to know what's wrong. What do you say? And what do you reply when he or she says that he or she fell?
Était tu d'accord?
Okay, you are answering now?
Oh.
Because I give you some time to think. But if you're ready, go ahead.
No,
if you're ready, go ahead. If you're ready.
I'll think about the other one.
Sorry, what did you say?
I said I'll think of my answer for
Okay, all right. While you're doing that, Tamara, vous pouvez visiter les pitons et la cascade, is fine. Alors, les pitons, that is what? St. Lucia, probably, St. Lucia. Les pitons, don't forget the S of piton, because there's more than one. Bienvenue dans notre pays, Céline, that's fine. Je suis votre guide pour aujourd'hui, Jada, that's fine. Okay, so now we are number 5. Okay, Latavia is fine. Don't forget your T at EST. Okay. Lara, don't look at what he's writing. I just want your answer. Okay, fini?
Oui.
Okay, go ahead.
Étais-tu d'accord?
This is 5A. Étais-tu d'accord? So, did you agree? Did you agree with what? I don't understand. Être d'accord means to agree.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
So, Faith, what would you have put for A?
Could I have said, do I have to include the actual word, like, why are you limping, or can I say it in anywhere?
It depends on what you're going to say. It's how you're going to say it.
Okay, so can you say, ça va? Qu'est-ce que s'est passé?
Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé?
Pour-
Okay.
And you say pourquoi tu bossé? Is that how you say it? Boiti?
Boîte. Boiter is to limp. That's good. That's
Boiti.
very good to know that you know the the verb. Boiter is correct. Okay. Okay. Pourquoi est-ce que tu boites? That's what you want to say. Pourquoi est-ce que tu boites? Okay. All right. Some people here put qu'est-ce qui ne va pas? Qu'est-ce que tu as? That is fine. Okay. David, qu'est-ce que tu as? So you miss the CE. All right. Yeah. And B, what do you reply? Jeda, mon ami, ça va? Okay. Okay, Nathan, peux-je? We can't say peux-je. It's puis-je, not peux-je. I'm not hearing anything from the two of you.
Could you say tu as mal où? Tu as
Tu as
mal.
mal où? Yeah, why not? Yes, that will work. Okay. Lara?
désolé pour ça.
Okay, désolé pour ça. Somebody actually just said, oh là là, je suis désolé. Okay. All right. Okay, this is what I put. Qu'est-ce qui ne va pas? Pourquoi est-ce que tu boites? And then, you know, straight away I thought, es-tu allé voir le médecin? Did you go and see the doctor? Anything, you know, for the second one, it can be anything, as long as it's relevant to the situation, okay? Zut, c'est très mal. C'est très mal. I'm not too sure why c'est très mal. Ça fait mal. Yes, ça fait mal, but not c'est très mal. Okay. Jada Thomas says, vous devez faire plus attention. But I wouldn't say vous because it's your friend. Remember, with your friend, you have to say tu. Tu dois faire plus attention. OK? Je suis vraiment désolée d'apprendre cela. OK. C'est bien. The rest is coming, is good. And the last one, you are in Guadeloupe and need to go to the bank. What do you say to a passerby? And what do you reply when told that it is far? Okay. OK, fini?
Oui.
OK, alors.
Où est la banque?
OK, où est la banque? D'accord. So, the person goes and the first thing you say, où est la banque? No even excuse me or anything like that. Où est la banque? All right, okay. What about 6B?
Oh là là.
Okay. Faith, what is your answer for 6B?
Où est un autobus ou un
Okay,
taxi?
D'accord, OK. OK. Alors, you have, pouvez-vous me dire où se trouve la madame? C'est David. Madame, pouvez-vous me dire où se trouve la banque? That is a good one. I like that because you have madame. Excusez-moi, où se trouve la banque? Okay. Okay, you can see that it's better than just où est la banque? Okay. Okay. And then, il y a un taxi or something like that. You can always come up with anything which is relevant. So I put excusez-moi, pour aller à la banque, s'il vous plaît. And I put s'il vous plaît, or où se trouve la banque, the same thing. Pas de problème, je suis en voiture. I said no problem, I'm driving. All right, okay. But you could say, oh là là, c'est trop loin, as Jada says, c'est trop loin, or anything like that. Okay, ladies, how are you feeling now? You've already done 1 hour with me. All right. So are you ready for the questions? All right. So we have the questions. Okay, so Lara chose school and careers. Okay. We're going to start with Lara, and then Faith chose travels. And generally, when they choose a topic is because they're not very good at it, okay? So the whole point is to practice, okay? So it's not to criticize what they're doing, but it's really for them to practice, okay? Lara, I still want to see your smile. Okay. Alors, question numéro 1. En quelle classe es-tu?
Je suis en troisième.
En troisième?
Troisième.
Okay. You sure it's not seconde?
Yeah,
second. Well, I don't know. It could have been that, but I think you are. Je suis en seconde. Okay, I'm just putting it for you so that you can see. Okay, je suis en seconde. Okay, all right. Let me remove this. Okay. Question numéro 2. À quelle heure est la récréation?
J'ai récréation à 16 heures.
À quelle heure?
16 heures.
À 16 heures. Okay. What is récréation?
Is it break?
Break. So you have no break at all?
Oh, yeah.
16h is 4 p.m. So you have no break from the morning?
Oui.
Ah, okay.
10
At 10h. Okay. So you see somebody here Danny put la récréation est à 10h. Okay. All right. So you need to say something like that. La récréation est à 10h. Which is good so far. You've understood the question. So that's very good. Okay. This one, it's a tricky one. You know, I have to put difficult ones. We never know. All right. Tu as des lacunes en quelle matière?
Répétez, s'il vous plaît.
I knew that was coming. Tu as des lacunes en quelle matière? Faith, if she can answer, I'm asking you the question.
I know matière is subject.
Oh, Lara, you can't speak English like that. On the day, you will not speak English. So the examiner says, tu as des lacunes en quelle matière? And you say what?
En quelle matière? Et l'anglais.
Okay, Faith.
Okay, répétez s'il vous plaît.
Tu as des lacunes en quelle matière?
Je pense la chimie est difficile et aussi l'histoire.
D'accord. Okay. Lacunes. Okay. Gaps in knowledge. So, tu as des lacunes en quelle matière? Which subject you have weaknesses, to put it in an easier way. Okay. So remember, lacune is gap in knowledge. So if you have gap in knowledge somewhere, it means you're weak at something. Okay? D'accord? Okay. Question numéro 4. Est-ce que c'est toi qui as choisi de faire du français?
J'ai étudié le français parce que c'est amusant.
Ok. Faith?
Répétez s'il vous plaît.
Est-ce que c'est toi qui as choisi de faire du français?
Oui. J'ai une passion pour le français.
Okay, d'accord. Okay. Did you get that, Lara? Are you the one who chose to study French? Okay. So, yes. And then, of course, you're going to say a little bit more. Okay. So, Jada, you're not going to say je choisis le français, but j'ai choisi. We're talking about the past tense. Okay. I'm going to show you the questions in a minute when you finish. Okay. Okay. Question numéro 5. Que penses-tu faire après tes examens cette année?
Après les examens, je voudrais aller à Martinique. Oui, ok. Je voudrais aller
Pourquoi?
parce que j'aime la playa.
J'aime la
Playa.
playa is beach in Spanish. It's not French. Is it beach you want to say in French? La plage. Pourquoi? Il n'y a pas... La plage, oui. Playa, c'est l'espagnol. OK. OK.
La plage.
OK. D'accord. Donc, yeah. OK, très bien. Just to give you some answers, Danny said, je vais continuer mon éducation après mes examens. OK. Et Jada said, après les examens, je voudrais aller à la plage car j'ai besoin d'échapper. She wants to say because I need to escape from reality. J'ai besoin de m'échapper de la réalité. OK? D'accord. Question numéro 6. Que feras-tu quand tu quitteras l'école?
Répétez, s'il vous plaît.
Que feras-tu quand tu quitteras l'école?
Je ne sais pas.
Oh no, you can't say je ne sais pas. You have to come up with something better than that.
À l'école. Je jouais au foot.
That's not what the question is. Faith, can you answer the question?
Oui, répétez, s'il vous plaît.
Que feras-tu quand tu quitteras l'école?
Je veux aller à l'université pour étudier médecine.
La médecine.
Médecine.
La médecine. Okay, d'accord. Okay. So this question, Lara, it's a question, it's in the future. Okay. Que feras-tu? What will you do quand tu quitteras l'école, when you leave school? So it means you have all your exams, and what would you do? Normally, the question leads to, I will be going to university, hopefully, okay? That's the kind of answers we expect, okay? And that's why we have the future, okay? So faith, as you said, okay? Somebody says for the question number 5, which was before, what you do, you know, when your exams finish this year, what you're going to do. She said, or he said, après mes examens, je ne continue pas le français parce que c'est très difficile. Ah là là. Malana Cassidy. Aïe, 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 aïe. Quel dommage, quel dommage, quel dommage. Ok, Jeda Thomas, c'est je... Oh, this is, if it's for question 5, j'irai en terminale, okay. Otherwise, for question 6, we're talking about finishing school, meaning when you're 18, assuming you're doing CAPE, all right? Okay, question numéro 7. Qu'est-ce que tu veux faire plus tard dans la vie? Don't ask me to repeat.
Après.
Ok, Brando, après les examens, je vais aller à l'université. Ok, d'accord.
Après, dans la vie.
Okay, Faith. Don't ask me to repeat again. Lara, did you understand the question? Faith, did you understand the question? Okay. Qu'est-ce que tu veux faire plus tard dans la vie? No. It's basically asking you what profession you want to have later. As Christening said, je voudrais être médecin. That is correct. That answers the question. Everybody wants to become a doctor. This is amazing. Je voudrais devenir médecin without the E, Danny, et voyager. Voyager with ER, okay? Et voyager. You don't need to say autre pays because when you travel, you have to go to other countries. Déjà, c'est je voudrais devenir avocate, not une avocate. Je voudrais devenir avocate. Je voudrais devenir pilote. Pilote with an E and not un. Okay. So, Lara, qu'est-ce que tu veux faire plus tard dans la vie?
Je voudrais être avocate.
Avocate, did you say?
Oui.
Okay. And Faith? Faith? Oh, Faith has just frozen. But I think I know the answer. Je voudrais devenir médecin. If she's going to do medicine. So now it's her turn. Oh my God. All right. And it comes really at the wrong time because the next part is for her, is the questions on travel. Okay. But the last question for you, Lara. Décris-moi ton collège.
Mon collège est très grand et il y a une cafétéria, mais je n'aime pas mes profs.
I didn't get the last sentence after cafeteria.
So, mon école est très grande avec une cafétéria, mais je n'aime pas mes profs.
Je n'aime pas mes profs. Is that what you said? Okay, all right. Okay, so just for everybody, when you have questions, décris-moi ton collège, you need to make at least 3 to 4 sentences, okay, as Lara did, okay? So you start with describing the physical building, c'est grand, c'est petit, etc. Okay, and you talk about une grande cafeteria, good, okay? All right. So let's discover those questions. School and career. En quelle classe es-tu? À quelle heure est la récréation? Tu as des lacunes en quelle matière? Est-ce que c'est toi qui as choisi de faire du français? Que penses-tu faire après tes examens cette année? Pardon. Que feras-tu quand tu quitteras l'école? Qu'est-ce que tu veux faire plus tard dans la vie? Décris-moi ton collège. So Lara, now you are discovering the questions. Is it what you had in mind?
Yeah.
Except for one question. I think number 3, you didn't get that. You didn't get number 4 either, right?
Yeah.
Have you got any questions, Lara, on this topic?
Can you just remind me what in number 3, what they lacunes mean?
Lacune is when you have a lacune in a subject, it means that you are not good at it.
Okay.
All right. So you would say, j'ai des lacunes en français. J'ai des lacunes en mathématiques, as somebody had put earlier on. Okay. All right. Okay. Quite a few of you have written on the college. So I'm just going to look at this very quickly while waiting for Faith, because Faith is not here and it was her topic. Oh, that is... So Lara, you'll have to do it. You're working overtime. Okay, so Tamara, mon collège est de taille moyenne. Taille is feminine. Il est peint, no I, because it's masculine. En vert, not UN, en IN, et blanc, no H. Il se trouve un entrepôt. I don't know what you're saying here. Mon collège, and not mon collègue. Collègue is a colleague. A mixed. So mixed is M-I with the X and T-E. Okay? Et mes professeurs sont très stricts. Okay? So you have to be careful with the gender and the number. Okay? Jada, you cannot say mon collège est vieille. Mon collège est vieux because collège is masculine. Okay? And it's not il est 120 ans. 120, 120, 120, I'm not sure what number it is, but you have to say il a, not il est. Remember, to give the age, you have to use to have and not to be. Il y a beaucoup de laboratoires, de salles de classe et 3 cafétérias, 3 with an S, OK? Déjà 16, mon collège est mixte, il y a beaucoup de sports là-bas et il est grand, OK? Mon collège est très beau et grand. Guys, you need to remember that collège is masculine because you said mon collège. You can't have grand with an E at the end. It has to be mon collège est très beau et grand. OK? Ils offrent, Latavier, why? Il with plural. Isn't it the collège? Plusieurs classes comme la technologie et j'adore ça. J'aime aussi... You're making things difficult, Latavia. J'aime aussi le terrain de foot parce que j'adore jouer au foot. OK? Le 2 fois que in the same sentence, a bit heavy there. OK? All right. Il y a un café, une cantine, un médecin, 2 salles et un terrain. All right, guys. My 2 guests have gone. They have problems with their internet. I was just reading what you were writing. You have to be careful with the gender, okay? If you say mon, it means that whatever you're talking about is masculine. So you cannot have grande with an E or vieille instead of vieux. Okay, so you have to remember that, because that's where going to lose a few points here and there, because you're not doing the right agreement. Okay. All right, so now I'm on my own. I'm not too sure what to do now, because we're supposed to have traveling, but all right, so if we don't have travel today, we're going to have it next week, and we'll have to stop now because they've gone. Okay, that is the problem with the internet. So I don't see them. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stop now, and we'll have another live next week, which will be the last one, by the way, because after that you will have your exams. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. Thank you very much for staying with us, and rendez-vous la semaine prochaine. D'accord? Au revoir.